A man is in critical condition tonight after a swarm of bees attacked him and his wife.
It happened in a North Richland Hills neighborhood. Beekeepers have spent hours at the property this afternoon and evening trying to collect those bees. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke with the woman who was stung, and she has more. Peyton.
Steve, and that 72-year-old man, he remains in the hospital this evening. His face and neck are swollen, but he is expected to survive. His 74-year-old wife was released from the hospital this afternoon, and she walked us through those tense moments when she walked out the front door and saw her husband lying on the ground helpless with bees everywhere.
Patricia Burns is back home from the hospital with bee stings down both of her arms.
And then I got this one and some on my face here.
Her 72-year-old husband, Lonnie, remains in the ICU after being swarmed by bees outside their North Richland Hills home on Tuesday. He went out to mow the lawn around lunchtime. Burns then heard him yelling and tried to help as the bees were attacking her too.
I just ignored them and tried to swat him and tried to help him up, but it was impossible because he was so weak.
Burns' husband, who is allergic to bees, was stung all over his body, including his face and neck.
They bruised his face. I don't know, he might have tried to get up and fell backwards a few times.
While Patricia and Lonnie were rushed to the hospital, beekeepers arrived to tackle the hive inside the couple's hollow tree trunk.
They filled that cavity, so when they filled that cavity, it's established.
Neighbors watched for close to 6 hours. 90% of the bees were collected Tuesday, the last 10% they expect to contain overnight. Beekeepers believe they got the queen bee.
Our goal is to catch her, because if we catch her, the rest of the colony will come to us.
Meanwhile, Burns had people stop by Tuesday evening to make sure she and her husband are recovering.
All the neighbors around here were helping, and I want to thank everybody because that's what life's about.
Beekeepers on scene tell me they believe that this hive has been inside of the hollow tree trunk for a few years now. Patricia Burns tells me about a year ago they tried to get rid of the hive. She also wants to thank her neighbor, who's the one who called 911. First responders were on the scene within just a few minutes. If not for that, she may have lost her husband.